Okay, hello, good morning, Apath. Welcome everybody in person and online, and I hope we're streaming out there on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, TikTok, and wherever else we might go. And then later we'll put up the video on demand so that you can all tune in at your convenience at a different time. I'm Pastor Jan Cohen, and you have joined All People, All Truth House of Enlightenment, our LGBTQIA plus spiritual center. And of course that A at the end is for our angel allies that we appreciate and love every day of our life, that lift us up and tell the world that we're all the same. So thank you, allies, for joining us. Okay, so what are we about? What do we do? We are here to provide not just spiritual center services on Sundays, but all week long we try to provide a variety of services, and we're building out a bunch of things, including a big campus. We're going to start fundraising soon. We hope to build a lot of programs called Dawn's House for support groups, functionality, for alcoholism, drug addiction, dysfunction, sexual abuse, domestic violence, all the programs that exist out there in the heterosexual world. Only our programs will be for our LGBTQIA plus community, so there's no fear of going to them and being abused. They won't be about church in any way. We are a non-religious spiritual center, and all of our support programs will be run by therapists, not any form of religion, so they're two separate things to us. We're also planning to build a community center. Right now we hold community services and things here in our sanctuary on an ongoing basis. We're starting support groups here, and they'll be also online, so you'll be able to tune in and participate on Zoom for our groups, even if you are not here locally in the Saugatuck area. So we're in Saugatuck, Michigan, by the way, and Saugatuck is a pretty queer community located on Lake Michigan, about 5 miles south of Holland, Michigan, and about 15 minutes north of South Haven. Just to give you a whereabouts, and of course we're way west of Grand Rapids and Kalamazoo. And we're right on that east bank of Lake Michigan. If you're looking to find us, please reach out and let us know. You can find our website at apathoe.com. We call ourselves lovingly Apath, and that's a path of enlightenment. So APATHOE is the first letter of each of the words in our name. And if you add .com, apathoe.com, then you'll be on our website. You'll find our website is lovely, and the first thing that you'll know about us when you land there is that we're LGBTQIA+. There should be no question in your mind. There's lots of our colors and lots of amazing photography and artistry work that depicts who we are and what our intentions are. If you're inclined to volunteer on any level, please do that. We would be eternally grateful. We have directors on our board all over the country and have had some out of the country as well. And we're open to all of that. We do all of our leadership meetings on Zoom, so no matter where you are, you can participate and have a voice and help us blaze that path forward. And that's all I've got right now. So the next thing will be our grounding by Pastor Donna.
Hello, everybody. We're going to take a moment to create our intention for the day. And I would like to light the heart chakra for that, for love. Our intention for the day is for love. And I would like to light the root chakra, because that is where the grounding is coming from. So I'd like everybody to stand up. Stand up nice and straight, shoulders back, feet about shoulder width apart. This is the mountain pose in yoga, and it is an amazing amazing pose for getting centered and getting grounded. So I'd like to close your eyes. Focus on your root chakra, which is at the base of your pelvis. It is red, and I want you to just imagine roots going from that red root chakra down your legs, through your feet, through the floor of this building, down into Mother Earth. As soon as those roots hit Mother Earth, they're going to go in all directions. And just feel yourself, that energy of rooted, like nothing could knock you over. That you were just grounded, as tight as could be. And keep that rooted feeling, that grounded feeling throughout the time that we're here together and throughout your day. And now put your hand on your heart, and I want you to just feel that intention that we're sending out into the world of love to everybody on this planet. And just be in that space for the rest of the day and throughout your week. Thank you.
Okay, this is the time in our service for our invocation. And what invocation is to us is we call on the source of everything that is. And we call on each other, our own light energy, to send to the people closest to us that are in need of love or healing or peace in their life. So the synchronized energy works much better than just one person on their own. So what we would like is for everyone to call out in turn the name or the circumstance of a person in your life close to you, your family, your friends, your neighbors, your coworkers, that needs love and healing, and we will all focus together. We will call out everyone first, and then we will spend a couple of minutes sending that love and energy and healing to them all together in unison. So I'll begin and ask that we send energy to my entire family, my daughters, Dawn and Julie, all of my grandchildren, who I won't name because I have so many, and my great-grandchildren, my brother, and all of his children and their children, and everyone that is in a close circle to me, my good friends and the people that I work with every day, and of course my spiritual family here at the church, that we send love and healing and peaceful energy to each and every one of them. So now it's time for anyone here in person to call out whatever the circumstance is that needs attention, or the person's name, if you're comfortable, whatever it is that you're comfortable with, you can do that now.
My grandson Dominic.
For Dominic.
For my 3 kids, Jada, Noah, and Nico, that will all be reunited this week with me.
For Jada, Rico, and Noah. Nico, and Noah, who will all be reunited finally this week.
For my foster children whose parents are going through a divorce right now.
For Gabby's foster children whose parents are suffering a divorce right now.
My brother Daryl.
For Daryl. Are there more?
For Danny.
And for Danny. Are there more? Okay, let's spend a moment and send love and healing and just wrap all of these people that we mentioned with love and healing energy and fill them with peace. Let's close our eyes and focus on sending our energy to them. Let's keep all of the people that we mentioned in our hearts and send energy during the week as we remember these names that we've called out. They can use it all times of every day in the week, not just on Sundays. Okay, we will next have our chakra awareness with Pastor Donna.
Hello again. So I just want to talk a little bit about chakras. They are our energy centers, and they can and do create wonderful things in us, or they can cause things that we don't like so much, depending on if they are aligned or not. So I just want to, as I light them, clearly the root is already lit. It is red, and it is at the base of your pelvis, and it is for your basic needs in life. The orange one is your sacral chakra. It's emotions and creativity. The third one, your solar plex. It is your personal power. The green one, which we already lit, is our heart. It's love and connection. The fifth one is our throat chakra, right here in between your collarbones. And it is your authentic voice. Your third eye, which is indigo, right between your eyebrows. It is your intuition. And the seventh, your crown chakra. It's at the tip top of your head. So if you find yourself with any of these out of balance, any of those things that I just named out of balance, and you're struggling with them, that would be your particular chakra that you would want to work on and get back in balanced. You can close your eyes. Everybody close your eyes for a minute. And if you want to pick a chakra right now that you know is out of balance, and just focus on that spot. Root is pelvis. Sacral is 2 inches below your belly button. Solar plex, 2 inches above your belly button. Heart is at your heart. Throat is at your throat. In between your eyebrows, third eye, and then the tip top. And just focus on that spot. And just take a deep breath in. And let it out. And anytime you can do this, just focus on that one spot. And just take some deep breaths and just cleanse it. Thank you. can go, then can we go? Nothing that can show. Don't you be that way when you feel it's easy. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. All you need is love. All together now. All you need is love. Everybody. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. Love is all you need. Love is all you need.
Okay. Well, hello again. We meet so soon. This is the time in our service where I give the talk. And the talk is what I'm led to say to all of you, and I hope it touches base and surrounds you. So, last week I spoke about letting go, and that's letting go of our emotions, and therefore our thousands of thoughts that surround our emotions instantly stop when we're able to let go of those emotions that we cling to because of things that other people have done to us and things that we've done to other people. There's a lot of pain and suffering that goes on in our lives that doesn't have to, and letting go is part of that process to get rid of that suffering. So today, what I'd like to talk about are those thoughts, what they are, how they have come to be in our heads and plague us as they do, and what we might be able to do to change our lives and have an epic life, a life full of fun and love and kindness and goodness, and rid ourselves of the majority of the suffering that happens. Some of it we can't prevent, such as people dying, people leaving us, wanting a divorce, or losing our job. Some of those things, we can't prevent them from happening, and they're not something that someone does deliberately to us. But they happen in life. It's just part of life, and people change and evolve, and things happen that cause us pain and suffering. So I want to talk about those thoughts, and in the first place, those thoughts come from what in psychology we call our ego, or our ego mind, you might have heard it referred to. If you practice mindfulness, you probably call it your monkey mind, because it just chatters all the time like a monkey. And it lives on your back and goes with you wherever you go. Those thoughts, that's that voice in your head, or that feeling that you have that, oh, don't do that, that's terrible. Don't even try that, you're gonna fail miserably. You're too fat to climb that rope when you're in school. You're too skinny to be a model. You can't enter that pageant. You can't play ball. You don't run fast enough. Oh my goodness, you throw like a girl. There's no way you can be a pitcher. All those things that voice inside our head tells us, no, we cannot do that. We can't possibly date that girl or date that boy or have that good friend that we think we could have because we feel that connection. We can't do those things. So this voice is chattering inside of our head all the time about everything we do. And it's, 100% negative. It tells us everything that we shouldn't do or why we should do things that we don't want to do. It's the constant voice that dictates our life if we let it. So what is that ego, and how does it get there, and why is it even there? And here's the real deal. In this world, there is so much conditioning that goes on for us humans. I like to call it dogma. We literally accept the dogma from birth on of what our parents and teachers and pastors and neighborhood and our neighbors, everybody in our life has thoughts and opinions and beliefs. And when we're born, we're a little tiny baby and we literally know nothing. And so what happens to us? We are trained and conditioned. That's what happens to us. And we are trained and conditioned primarily by our parents, but not just by our parents, by all of the leaders in our life, and that's the teachers, the pastors, priests, ministers, the neighbors, the aunts and the uncles, the cousins, the older brothers and sisters, all the siblings. They all filter into us what their beliefs are, how they are running their lives, how they are going to be, and they tell us what we're supposed to be. And one of the things that we do, kind of terribly, is, we all have pets. And when we get a puppy, we get a dog, we start training them and conditioning them to be how we want them to be, to live how we want to live. We don't want to go and potty in the house, so we train them to go outside. When they go in the house, we punish them. When they go outside like they should, we give them a reward. When they eat good, we give them a reward. If they don't eat, we punish them. We put their food up and then they don't get it until later that day when it's time to put the food down again. We condition our pets with this training to do precisely what we want them to do and how we want them to be and how we want them to live because they affect our life. So, of course, we want them integrated into our family, but we start that training the day we get them. Sadly, that's the same identical training and conditioning we give our children. And we start it when they first start reaching out for something. No, don't touch. We take that away from them and we give them the thing we want them to have. I've seen many parents that if their child starts grabbing with their left hand, they say no, and they put it in their right hand because they don't want them to be left-handed. They want them to be right-handed because that's the way it should be. That's the way we should be. So we have this whole conditioning process as parents that we do to our children. And we do it every single day, all day long. We reward our children when they're good. When they're bad, we punish them. Children grow up learning very quickly that if they're bad boy, bad girl, they're going to be punished. If they're good girl, good boy, then they're going to get a reward. So what happens? We become fearful as children of being punished. That's how they get us to behave and do the things that they want us to do, is with the punishment. But the reward, we become just as fearful of losing that reward as we do of the fear of being punished. So we have two fears. We're fearful that we'll lose that reward, and we're fearful that we'll be punished depending on what our behavior is. So what we do is spend our lives filled in fear. And this fear goes with us into our teenage years and into adulthood. What happens? We live in a system, in a reward and punishment system on this planet. It's universal. If we're good boys and good girls, we get rewarded. If we're bad boys and bad girls, we get punished. And this is with everything, including the criminal justice system in each country. In some countries, we're put to death because we're LGBTQ. Other countries, we're freely LGBTQ, and we're allowed to be. We're a good girl or a good boy if we are, because it's perfectly fine. And those countries are rooted in religion that is pro-human, so whoever you are, you're okay. But those countries are few and far between. The United States is not really one of them. The United States is based on, well, a whole bunch of different religions, but honestly, and you'll hear it in politics all the time, that it's based on Christianity. Our government should not be ever based on a religion. There's a separation of church and state. So religion should not enter into government. But all those rules, all those laws are based on good girl and bad girl, good boy and bad boy. Our political climate becomes all about what is good and what is bad. This group of politicians think this is good, and this group of politicians think this is good. So that fight begins. So we spend our whole life from childhood on trying to invent in our mind what the perfect picture is that we're supposed to be. Because we have learned all these rules, all these laws. I call it the book of dogma. And what is dogma? It's blind faith. And how does that make sense? Well, when we're children, we don't know anything. We believe 100% of everything our parents tell us. And then 100% of everything our teachers tell us. And 100% of everything that our pastors and reverends and priests tell us. And 100% of what our grown neighbors say. And our older cousins and siblings and aunts and uncles and grandparents. We believe unconditionally 100% whatever they tell us. We take it on to our own. If we're born into a Catholic home, then we're Catholic for the rest of our life. We don't know that we don't have to be Catholic. And I'm not picking on Catholicism. It holds true with every religion. If we're born into a Hindu home, then we're Hindu for the rest of our life. If we're born into a Methodist home, then we're Methodist for the rest of our life. We don't question it. We're born into it. Our parents are that. Their parents were that. Probably their parents and their parents were that. And we don't question it. We accept it blindly. We just take it for our own, and that's who we are. So whatever we're trained and conditioned to do in the religion, from our parents, from our cousins and relatives, from our school system, from college, all the adults in our life feed into us and tell us who we're supposed to be and what we're supposed to believe. There's this universal belief system that is predestined. It's there before we ever reach the planet. And when we get on the planet, the first thing that our parents start doing is conditioning us to live like they live, like they've been told to live, like their parents lived. We're supposed to believe what they believe. You see family after family after family. They are a particular religion and a particular political belief. The whole family is all Republicans, or they're all Democrats, or they're all independents. Just like they're all Methodist or Hindu or Buddhist, whatever they are. And they pick their religion and their politics, and then you think you're born into it and you don't have a choice because you've grown up being rewarded for doing what they tell you to do and thinking what they tell you to think and saying what they tell you to say and believing what they tell you to believe. You don't question it, you just simply do it. And you become the identical thing that your parents are. You've heard it. If you've grown past 30, you've said it. Oh my God, I've turned into my mother. Or, oh my God, I've turned into my father. There are TV commercials saying that. And it's so true. We grow up and we become our parents and their parents and their parents and their parents. Why? We perfect this image of what we're supposed to be in our mind. It's not true. We can never be it. We can never live up to that expectation of who our parents and everybody else is. But we form that mental image of who we're supposed to be, and then what happens? We fail miserably at being it because our true selves, the things who we know what we're supposed to believe, what we're supposed to think, what we're supposed to say, what we're supposed to do, and it doesn't match one doggone thing that we've been trained to do. That conditioning, it's all a lie. It's all wrong. The dogma, it's all wrong. The things our parents and our teachers and our pastors and our neighbors and our family drills into us of who we're supposed to be, it's all wrong. It's the wrong methodology. It should never happen. Every human has a birthright to be who they are, who they're destined to be. And trust me, that's not to become a spitting image of your parents and their parents and their parents and their parents. And that's not to say there's anything wrong with your parents or their parents or their parents or their parents. It's to say that you don't have to be a clone of every adult that came before you. You are here with your own free will, your own brain, your own heart, your own soul, if you will, your true self. So in our true self, we have this thing called ego. And all these things that spend their whole life, all these thoughts, beating the crap out of us, telling us what not to do, what to do, that we're doing it all wrong, that there's no way we can succeed at that. There's no way we can start a business. There's no way we can be an athlete. There's no way we can be a musician instead of an engineer. Oh my goodness, that would be a terrible thing. We hear this constantly in everything we do. Our thoughts are telling us what that universal belief system is. They're telling us the things we've been conditioned to believe ever since we were little toddlers. That's what that ego is. That's what those thoughts are. It's a minute, a record. It's a book of dogma that we go along with our entire life because we have been conditioned to be that. So how do you get around that? What do you do to step out of that space and be who you are? You know, that thing that's been nagging at you probably for as long as you can remember, that's probably your purpose. That thing that keeps you awake at night, that's probably what you're supposed to do. Even though you're not doing it, even though those thoughts keep telling you, oh no, you can't do that, you'll fail miserably, you won't be able to make your mortgage payment, and nobody will love you anymore, everybody will reject you, and you'll be a bad girl or a bad boy, and you'll get punished. And you won't get any rewards, everybody will be mad at you, your parents will throw a fit because they spent all that money and sent you to college, now you're an engineer, and you're gonna do what? Be a pianist? Are you kidding me? An artist? Well, you'll starve to death. We hear it in our head because it's been conditioned in us. So when we get old enough, we no longer need our parents and our teachers and our professors and our religious leaders and our neighbors and our relatives to tell us what to think and say and do and believe. Why? We've already learned it. We're already conditioned. We tell it to ourselves. We do it every single day and we beat up ourselves. And we carry around the judgment. Well, we have that inner judge, all right, that judges us in everything we do. And we're never good enough for anything. And it judges everybody else we come in contact with instantly. Oh, look at him. Do you see the shoes on that woman? Do you see how fat she is? Do you see how skinny she is? She looks like she doesn't even eat. We judge them on sight. We know nothing about them, and we start judging them immediately. Why? Dogma. We've been taught to. We're not allowed to be any of those things because we've been taught what we're supposed to look like and how we're supposed to act, and everybody else is supposed to do the same thing. So we take all of that dogma, all of that conditioning, and we start putting it out there to the rest of the world. We do it to our children. We do it to our siblings. We even do it back to our mom and dad. Don't let them run amok and think they can think something out and change things and be something else, because we'll be right on them, just like they were on us when we were in our youth. So we grow up and we don't need them anymore to keep the conditioning up because we've already been fully conditioned. We have been mind zapped. And I mean that, mind zapped. Our whole ego mind has become the belief system that is universal of who we're supposed to be, how we're supposed to act, what we're supposed to think, what we're supposed to say, and what we're supposed to do on any given day. And we spend our lives from birth to death doing exactly that. How does that feel? It feels normal. It feels safe because that's what we know. And when we try to vary outside that and do something else, boy, I really wanted to be a gymnast my whole life, but I'm a doctor. And boy, everybody's going to hate me if I'll just go do it as a hobby. I'll just do gymnastics as a hobby. But it keeps eating at you and eating at you and eating at you. And maybe you're supposed to be the world's greatest gymnast. And you're cutting yourself off at the knees because what feels safe? Doing what you've been conditioned to do. Thinking how you've been conditioned to think. saying what you've been conditioned to say and doing what you've been conditioned to do. Believing everything that you've been conditioned to believe. I say, question everything. Don't let anything slip by you. Question everything. Decide what you think about that, not what you've been conditioned to think. Decide how you feel, what you think, what's inside you, what you're supposed to do, what you're supposed to think, what you want to believe, because it resonates with you. Be that. Until you are that, you can't get on that path of enlightenment. You can't be who you're not and think you're going in the right direction because you're not. You can't believe what they've told you to believe because they've told you to believe it. You have to decide for yourself what you believe, and you do that one way, and that's to question everything. Across the board, question everything. Don't believe what I say to you. Question it. Does it feel right to you? Does it resonate as truth? Is it somebody else's truth? Or is it your own? Live your truth. Question everything. Figure out what your truth is, and be that. Thank you.
Okay, so we are going to go to meditation right now. So if I can have everybody sit up straight in their chairs, feet on the ground. Close your eyes. We're going to take deep breaths in, hold it, and then let it go. We're going to do this over and over for several times. And know that when you're holding it, that quiet space in there, that's where all your answers come from. So take a deep breath in, hold, and let it go. Take a deep breath in, hold, and let it go. Take a deep breath in, hold, and let it go. Take a deep breath in, hold, and let it go. Take a deep breath in, hold, and let it go. One more, take it in, hold, and exhale audibly. So you can use this anytime you want to get your own answers. You can ask a question and go through this process and listen in that quiet space when you're holding. Thank you. Now we are going to light some candles.
This is the time in our service that our Light Energy Fellowship takes place. And Pastor Donna will now lead us. Please join in and let's send energy to our entire LGBTQIA plus community.
So to all of our brothers and sisters, gay brothers, bisexual family, Nice.
Thank you. And next, we will have a song by Reed and Rena that is Lean on Me. This is the time in our service for our benediction. So if everybody will please rise and repeat after me. Peace to my brothers.
Peace to my brothers.
Peace to my sisters.
Peace to my sisters.
Peace to my siblings.
Peace to my siblings.
Peace to the whole world.
Peace to the whole world.
And peace to me.
Peace to me.
Namaste, my friends. Thank you. Go in peace and please manifest what you will. Remember that you bring everything into your life that you desire. Please stay with us for our drum circle that we have every Sunday at right after our service. So I will teach you a couple of drum beats beforehand. Sorry about that, I came up here unprepared. So basic circle drum beats are simple. The 2 beat is known as Mother Earth's heartbeat. It's just like our heartbeat, only a little slower. And then we have the 3 beat, which is hot, chocolate, hot, chocolate, hot, chocolate, hot, chocolate. And then we have the 4 beat, which is mashed potatoes, mashed potatoes, mashed potatoes. And then the 5 beat is I love apple pie, I love apple pie. And the 6 beat is I love to play my drum, I love to play my drum. So, the director normally will hold up however many fingers they want you to play so that you know which one that you should do. And if you turn to the 3rd page in your program, you can see that all of those beats and words are typed out there for you. And the rule of thumb in drumming is if you can say it, you can play it. So, I love apple pie. I love to play my drum. Remember that, and you can play whatever it is everybody else is playing. So we will conduct, of course, and we will start our drum circle.